Welcome back to the channel. I'm Lauren Fix, and this is the 2024 Mustang GT. 7 generations of the Mustang GT. April 17th, 1964. This vehicle was brought to the World's Fair in New York City, and since then there have been 7 generations. This is the current generation. It is all new, top to bottom, inside and out, and you will see the differences not just in performance. There are 2 engines. Right now, we're going to be driving the Dark Horse, which will be the 3rd engine trim. So you got the EcoBoost 2.3 liter. That's in a separate review. We did drifting with that and autocross. Today we have the GT. So don't forget to check out that other video up here. Now, when you're looking at this vehicle itself as a GT, you're going to see that it stands out with that performance look, with a wider stance and a throwback to that retro history that makes Mustang so special, because everybody has a Mustang story. Each of the Mustang trim levels has a different front fascia, and when you're looking at the GT front fascia, the first thing you notice is that front end straight up and down grille, and that running horse, and in this case it is black. You'll notice those triple headlights that are yellow and white. That's your unlock button, and you can see those are really cool. They're like talking to you. That's pretty awesome, like Kit, almost. I'm dating myself by saying that. But the GT is different than the EcoBoost engines. It is a larger, more aggressive front grille opening, and it's more aggressive looking as well. Larger airflow, reflecting that increased power and performance. You'll note that this hood vent is ventilated to get some of the heat out of this GT engine because it is a 5-liter Coyote motor. Our 5-liter GT has that 5-liter logo on the side like you've seen in past GTs, riding on 19-inch, very sticky Pirelli tires. There is an optional alloy 20-inch wheel, and there's also the bronze wheel, which looks really cool. That bronze package includes the bronze around the outside of that 5-liter logo and additional details around the vehicle, which makes it stand out in the crowd. I think it would look really good on a black car or a white car. I'm not so sure about this gray car, but I'm sure people will do it. It's important to note that you can also order these Brembo brakes, which are huge. And when you order the performance package, you're gonna get the bigger brakes. These Brembo brakes are available in black, blue, red. I've seen them in yellow or silver. Again, they may be adding colors or subtracting colors. You want to check on their website before you place your order. You'll notice the sleek roof line on our GT with a broad spirited stance, and it's got a shortened rear overhang, much like that of the original Mustang. You'll also notice the wider rear haunches, or as I call them, hips, which is a throwback to the muscle era of the 70s. The roof line has been optimized for driver entry and exit when you're wearing a helmet. These are frameless windows. Coming around to the back, you're going to see this very cool, unique design rear wing that has braces in the middle, that black GT logo, and embossed in there it says performance. And then you've got these cool chevron design, 3 taillights, very much like the original, but of course more updated and stylized. That black valance across the back, and dual exhaust, which makes this vehicle sound amazing. The seats in the GT are much like that in the EcoSport. Standard is the cloth seats. You can get the upgraded seats that are ventilated and heated, which is nice. Lumbar is 2-way on our vehicle on the driver's side. There is no lumbar on the passenger side, just forth and back for the seat itself, but the seating comfort is similar. I do like the seatbelt option with the gray stripe. They have them with red stripes. I've seen a lot of different ones. You want to check on the website, but this is pretty cool. Standard is the sport-inspired steering wheel with the flat bottom wheel, which I do like. It also makes it easier to get in and out of the vehicle. The second row has integrated headrests, 2 child safety attachments. What kid wouldn't want to sit back here? But it is very tight, as you can see. Not a lot of room. Good for a dog or just some items or just going for a cruise by yourself. Our test vehicle has the Drift handbrake, which is available on the 2.3 liter as well as the 5-liter Coyote motor. And this is standard, and that includes the Remote Rev feature, which you can do from your key fob. But this drift brake is totally awesome. Just pull it up, let it go, and you're drifting. And we did some drifting. You got to check it out. Okay.
You'll go ahead and put it in manual mode.
Okay.
And you won't have to do just one more. There you go. You won't have to do any shifting. It's all set up to work perfectly in first gear.
Okay.
So you'll want to drive up to those 3 cones on your right.
Yep.
And in between those 2 cones is where you'll pull the drift brake.
pull it.
And rotate the car in. That's going to get the car going, just like you turn in normally at a road race track. And then obviously you want to look where you want to go.
Yep.
So as soon as the car is rotated, you'll let off the handbrake and smash the throttle.
So this is not ratchet up like a regular handbrake, but it's in a place where a normal handbrake would be.
Correct. It doesn't lock and keep the car holding when you're in the drift brake application.
This is a new feature that it's on the GT and the EcoBoost. Here we go, up to the pylons. Better this time. Hey, we got it! There are a lot of standard safety features included, which is the Ford Copilot 360 with the intelligent adaptive cruise control with stop and go, lane centering assist, evasive steering assist, reverse brake assist. And another key feature is the active pothole mitigation, which is included with the performance pack, which continually monitors your suspension, your body, your steering, and your brake input, and adjusts the suspension accordingly. That is great. Standard reverse camera is on all the Mustangs. That's a federal law now as well. Some of the settings that you might want to play with, the rev match, which I actually like, the quiet start, you have an alarm system, all your window settings, your lighting are all right here. Again, they call it a tire mobility kit. I call it a tire inflation product. Either one works. All your general settings are in here as well. Sync, this is the Sync 4 system. If you want to adjust your instrument cluster, you can choose your screen information, what you would like, all that is here, your status, your gauge list, whatever you might want. And then you can also change that center screen to have whatever you're looking for, whether you want calm or different brightness. This also has Wi-Fi, standard Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, and Bang & Olufsen audio system is optional. I think you might need this valet mode if you've got the guts to leave this with a valet, because you might have a Ferris Bueller's Day Off in a vehicle like this. If you haven't seen the movie, it's a classic. The steering wheel is standard, including that Ford Mustang and some of those standard as expected features. Drive mode has been moved here on the steering wheel, super easy to use. Everything on the door is normal, including 3 memory seat settings. I don't know if 3 people want to drive this car. I would make it just 1, but that's me. Climate control is right here at the bottom of your gigantic 13-inch screen. Further down, you've got your vents. You've got some additional controls, including this Mustang control. When you press it, it can be set up however you want. This on the automatics is the ability to shut off that start-stop technology. Of course, your engine start-stop, your volume. Below, you've got wireless charging, USB, USB-C, and a spot for your radar detector. Yes, I think you need one. Spot for your glasses or whatever you might want to put there. And then my favorite thing, the manual transmission. Short throw, easy to drive. It's a get drag. I really like it. I've had vehicles with this transmission before and very, very happy. 2 cup holders, got to have water because it's like 100 degrees out today. And a good size glove box for a few things and another spot for charging. The interior is all soft touch and it has a carbon fiber look. I think they did a nice job. It's a nice weave. I'm not really sure what it is. It doesn't feel like carbon fiber to me, but it is a nice looking design and styling. And this Mustang logo with the traditional running horse. The 2024 Mustang has 2 engines. If you buy the EcoBoost, you're going to get that 2.3-liter engine. Like I said, we reviewed that before, but this is the 5-liter Coyote V8, naturally aspirated, dual intakes, and this has throttle bodies that are redesigned as well. 480 horsepower, 415 pound-feet of torque. Order that active exhaust, which we have on our test car, and you're at 486 horsepower and 418 pound-feet of torque. That's backed by a standard 6-speed manual transmission. That optional advanced 10-speed automatic transmission you can get. Drive modes are normal, sport, slippery, drag, track, plus it has a customizable setting for up to 6 individual profiles. I highly suggest buying the Performance Pack, which will be a high take rate, and that adds some features for handling, which includes that front tower brace, Torsen limited slip differential, and optional MagneRide active suspension, wider rear wheels and tires, and that larger 390mm front and 355mm rear Brembo brakes. That means more downforce, a bigger wing with the track pack, lower drag coefficient, and that GT Performance Pack adds brake ducts for even more enhanced cooling and standard auxiliary engine oil cooler. The Performance Pack also offers optional recaro seats, which I highly recommend, as well as the active exhaust, like I said, is on this test vehicle. The new Remote Rev engine feature really is very cool. This is like a track. Everybody's out here. I've seen Porsches go by, I've seen Mercedes go by. This is like a test track. Yes, there are speed limits. Yes, we're gonna try to abide by them, but I will tell you, the curves on this road are fabulous. There's motorcycles out here and everything, so you've got to stay within your lanes. So let's take it for a drive. Let's see how it handles. Remember, this is all new underpinnings. You got new tires, new wheels, new suspension points. This is an all new car. This is a 7th generation Mustang. Let's take it for a spin. And by the way, we are going to drive the Dark Horse on another review. Actually, it's next week from the time I film this, and that'll be at a racetrack. All right, let's go see what she does. I love how it pulls. There's only one place to go on this, all the way to Palmdale from Pasadena. No other place to go. We test World Car of the Year vehicles on this road as well. It is one of the best roads in California. Well maintained. People respect other drivers on this road, which is important. Car handles nicely, sticks nicely. 480 horsepower, 418 pound-feet of torque with this active exhaust, which I recommend. I always try to add the performance items because otherwise you're paying for them later. Get all the safety that you can get. You can always shut it off and use it when you're driving it around daily. We got Apple CarPlay, we got Android Auto, we've got the new screens, which I think are really nice. You've got the 13-inch screen in the center that's got all your multimedia on a nice driver-focused screen. You've got the instrument cluster in front of you. It's customizable, different gauges. You can go all the way back to that Fox body look if that's what you want. Having a Fox body just makes me laugh. When I did the EcoBoost drive yesterday, which is in a different review, I chuckled to myself of all the different interior features that you can get. The seats are nice, although I would order it with the recaro seats personally. If you have not sat in a recaro seat or owned recaro seats, you will love them. They are the best on the market. I even have a recaro desk chair at home. It's vintage, but you know what? There's nothing like having a super comfy seat. And the seats are fabulous in this car. Headrests are integrated on the second row. You can get leather, you can get the ventilated seats. This is a 3-stage ventilated heated seat. Standard is cloth if you're gonna go for that base model. For me, I'm stepping up to the recaro seats. I think that's a huge factor. All the interior things. We're gonna do this a little differently than our usual reviews because I'm driving and enjoying it, and I want you to see all the features that are in this car, because if you've seen the EcoBoost review, then you've already seen the walk around. This is the fun review. We're just driving this thing because we can. And the last thing I want to do is return this car. So we're going to drive this along Angeles Crest back and forth because we can. 19-inch alloy wheels. There are different wheels. I saw the bronze package on one of the convertibles. Looks amazing. The logos are bronze. The wheels are bronze. I think it's a really cool. If you want a unique car, you could order like all black with the bronze wheels and the bronze details. I think that would look really cool. I saw it on a white car. I've seen it on a red car. Not really a big fan of it on the red, but I do like it on the white car or a gray car. This vehicle color that I'm driving right now is like a military gray. I do like it. It's got a lot of blue in it. And the way this vehicle handles is a huge improvement. You got the Multimatic shocks. Really done a nice job. And if you want to put this on the track, you can. They changed the roof line, just like I said in the EcoBoost review. If you haven't checked that out, check that out on my channel right up there. Because they raised the roof line so you can get in and out of the vehicle with a helmet on, which you cannot do in a Camaro. And by the way, there's no competitors. They're all gone. No Camaros, no Challengers, no Chargers. Although I have ordered a new Challenger, the Demon 707, will get that, and we'll show you that review when that shows up as well. We've only got some sneak peeks of that. Who knows when that'll show up, but in the meantime, this is the car to have. This is the vehicle, if you're not drag racing, although you can drag race it, it has a drag race mode, it has a track mode, it has a sport mode, and it has a normal mode and an eco mode. If you want to, who wants to drive this in eco? Not me. This is about melting dinosaurs, baby, and this thing handles. Love it. Just wants to just go. When it comes to cargo space, there is a high liftover, but Ford has made this nice opening by making it lower. Cargo space is 10.3 inches. If you fold down those second row seats, it is not a complete fold down, but there is an area that folds down, almost all of it. That gives you 13.3 cubic feet of storage. There's no spare tire, but there is a tire inflation product. The 2024 Ford Mustang GT is available in the coupe, which I call a fastback, or a convertible design. We do not have prices yet, but this is standard with a manual transmission with that rev matching, so you can just lift and shift. Really love that about this car. You can also get this vehicle with an automatic transmission if you want that 10-speed automatic and you don't know how to use 3 pedals, but I think you should because it's actually a great security system because not everyone knows how to drive one of those. This vehicle handles better. It performs better. It is a lot better. As someone that owns a GT 500 and a GT 350R Heritage, this GT is great, but it is not enough horsepower for me. It may be for you. So I'm waiting for the dark horse. We'll be reviewing that next week, so you'll have to check that out on our channel. Make sure to like and subscribe. Share this with your friends. If you have additional comments and questions, because I did not cover every single little detail, put that down in the comments below. When I get the pricing, I'll put that down in the description. That should be coming very soon. We are looking forward to that. If you got value from this video, make sure to like and subscribe for more videos like this one. Hey, take a ride out here in Angeles Crest. It's a blast. And if you'd like to support our channel, you can buy me a cup of coffee. The link for that is in the description, as well as for the website, the podcast, the book, and my social media. Thank you so much for watching. From this Mustang lady to you, I like this car. They did a nice job, and Ford says this is the best Mustang they've built.